In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get going on this t-shirt design that we're going to create. And basically, this is kind of for a competition for Skills USA that they do every year, and we're going to focus on the t-shirt. So we're going to just only use red, white, and blue, maybe some black. Skills USA needs to be in there, and then 2021 is what we're actually going to do because that's this upcoming year. And then Utah, you can type that in there, or it could just be something representing Utah. So in Illustrator, just go ahead and open up a brand new document. So here's the document that I've kind of been working with, but if you just do a file new, and you can just do an 8.5 by 11, and then just go ahead and click create, and that should be fine and everything. Okay, so to get started with something like this, maybe just put the stuff in that you need to have. So go into the text tool, single click, and I'm going to come over here and maybe make that a little bit bigger. So I'm going to type in Skills USA, and then once I have that in there, I'm going to also click, and don't click and drag, because if you click and drag, and maybe I want to put in 2021, it cuts off because it's in a text box. So avoid using text boxes. So single click, type out 2021, and then I can start playing with some graphics. So I could just come over here and just grab some simple shapes. Maybe I want to throw a circle in there. Click and drag, maybe throw a little bit of color in there, depending on what you want to choose first. Right mouse click to arrange and send it to the back. And then I can kind of keep playing with that. You can also grab tools like the pen tool. Maybe I want to do like the state of Utah or whatever you want to design, and that's kind of part of your logo too, or something. If you want to do something a little bit more than that, so maybe I want to actually go find a graphic off the internet, and I can do that too. So maybe I want some mountains, or maybe I want an arch or a beehive or something like that. So the first thing would be to go onto the internet and then just do a search. So maybe I want an arch or something, arch logo, and try and get something that's not an image, because an image is a little bit harder, and this is maybe Utah arch. And I might also have to trace something this complicated. So like right there, that would be actually a good one to use from. And all I want is just kind of the arch part. You don't want to completely rip off somebody else's artwork. I could go in here and do a trace, or in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can use that one. So I'm going to go ahead and right mouse click and go to Save Image As. And then this is actually a WELP, which does not let me really grab it. So I'm going to do a quick little screenshot. So Shift Command, press the number 4, and that will let me click and drag. And this is going to be really low quality, so this really isn't the best way to do it. And I might have to go somewhere else and do it a different way, like by just tracing it. Okay, so I'm going to go and grab that image that I just took a screenshot. So it's right there. Command N to open up a new window, and I'm going to go ahead and go to my Illustrator folder, and I'm just going to throw that screenshot there, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to back to Illustrator, and I'm going to just drag that right in. Okay, so I've got my graphic, and all I really want is I just want the basic shape of that. So to get that shape and get rid of everything else, I could do this in Photoshop, but I'm going to come up here and go to Live Trace. So if I go to Live Trace, it's going to just do black and white, and this one has color on it, so I'm going to have to actually come in here and modify some parameters, and I'm going to go and jump into, I'm going to try and keep it as few colors as possible, 6 colors, and then so that expanded it. Looks like it didn't do too much harm to it. Some of the things got curvy, and I'm going to click Expand. Once I do that, it is now a vector shape. So now if I grab the wide arrow tool And now I can just click on all the extra parts. And this one's a little bit messier. If it's just two colors, and it's a lot easier. But I'm just trying to come in here. I don't want these shapes, so I'm going to delete those, although they are cool. It's a cool little logo. And then I'm going to get rid of some of these things. So this is going to be a little bit more technical than I was hoping for, but probably the easiest way to do this is just kind of draw some lines through it. So I'm going to get rid of everything below there. And then I am going to also kind of get rid of from there to there. So select all that. I'm going to grab the shape builder tool and just kind of delete all this stuff. And then remove all this other extra stuff. So when I'm holding down Alt, and that lets me delete things. Kind of loop select that. It's not going to let me do it. So I'm going to go back over to this tool now and just select those bits and pieces. So that gives me that piece, and that was definitely more complicated than I was hoping for. Let me show you in an easier way, easier graphic that's a lot easier. So I also have these mountain shapes. So if I click and drag, pull that into here. So once again, it's an image. The best part about this is it's all one color for the most part. So click on the image first. Go to image trace up here is usually what it's, and I'm just going to click on it, and it's going to just do those colors. Click expand, and then that'll convert it. So now I just need to grab the wide arrow tool to click and delete. I'll keep the rest of that. So I'll select it and then just go ahead and put that. It looks like there's a little extra something in there. I'm not sure what that was. Okay, so now I've got a vector shape, and I can incorporate that into my logo too. So maybe I'll just take that, click on the wide arrow tool to click and change up colors. And sometimes when you do this, it does it in grayscale, like it just did right there. So if it does that, I'll come over here to your sidebar and just click on one of the presets and go from there. So, but that's how you do a live trace. Incorporate that into your logo design however you want to, and just make a couple different logos for a t-shirt design, and you're on your way.